Whoop whoop. Way out in the sticks. The middle of nowhere. Hundreds of kilometers away from civilization. Not a place that you want to be stuck in if you need medical help. Unfortunately, there are people who do find themselves in these sticky situations, like this Aussie battler. Me, Outback Joe, a bushwalker lost in Whoop Whoop, desperate for water and suffering an allergic reaction. That's scary stuff. Hey, I'm Miles, and today I'm hanging out with Outback Joe. I know what you're thinking, but he was just stranded in the middle of nowhere. No, it wasn't me who found him. The closest thing I've ever done to a search and rescue is playing Pokemon Go. Come on, let's go and discover who did. I'm at the Australian Centre for Robotic Vision.
Hello, Miles. When you're ready, my friend Shelley will take us to see Dr. Jonathan Roberts. He is a human, but he's really smart.
That's pretty awesome. There are tech experts here, helping those like Outback Joe, one visionary robot at a time.
Welcome, Miles. Good to meet you. Thanks, Pepper.
It's my pleasure.
So, Dr. Roberts, I hear that you're a bit of an expert in robotics.
Well, that's what some people say. So, yes, I work here at the Australian Centre for Robotic Vision, and we do all sorts of research on robots and trying to make them see.
How do robotics help with search and rescues?
So robots can be used to help find people when they get lost. So in search and rescue missions, you really want to send out a robot that's got some vision systems, some eyes, that actually goes and finds people and explores. So we've developed a competition called the UAV Challenge, and we invite teams from all over the world to enter, and they win lots of money if they can complete the mission, and we get them to go and find this character who I think you've already met, Outback Joe.
Yep.
So their mission is to go and find Outback Joe and land an aircraft near him, or in some of the competitions drop a medical package next to him.
How many teams have actually found Outback Joe?
Oh, well, that's a very good question. So the competition ran from 2007 to 2014, and in all that time, only 5 teams ever successfully found Outback Joe and kind of delivered a package to him.
If people just want to do robotics, what's your advice?
So there's loads of ways to get involved in robotics. Most schools now have some sort of robotics clubs, or they do a bit of robotics teaching. The government here locally in Queensland is going to make robotics a compulsory subject, so that's great. So all kids will eventually become experts in robotics, and people should follow the UAV Challenge. So if they go to uavchallenge.org on the web, they'll be able to follow the competition, and it's happening in a few weeks' time, so that'll be a great thing to do. And you really just go and visit local universities, and most universities now have a robotics lab, and most of them will show people around, and it's a great way to sort of learn, you know, what you might want to do at school and then end up at university studying it. So Miles, have you ever built a robot or flown a drone?
I have flown a drone before. I have 2 drones.
Wow.
A little house drone which has a camera on it, and just an Outback, like a big drone which just flies around in the park.
Fantastic. And how often do you go and fly?
Oh, not that often. I'm not very good at it.
Oh, you'll get better, just practice.
What inspired you to start robotics? Was it your interest in Star Wars?
Yes, it was definitely my interest in Star Wars. When the first Star Wars movie came out, I was 7 years old, and I was obsessed with R2-D2, so I decided I would just have to get involved in robotics and end up building robots. So it's all because of Star Wars.
I'm actually kind of surprised. Can you show me how some of the UAVs work?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go down to our lab and I'll show you. Okay, Miles, this is the avionics lab, and I'm going to introduce you to Reese and Aaron, and they competed in this year's UAV Challenge. Let's go meet them.
Okay.
So what's going to happen here is that we're going to do a little simulation of the challenge. We've got Outback Joe, and Reese is going to fly one of our small UAVs.
Cool. I also have a drone and I struggle to fly it.
They can be tricky.
We've all got to start somewhere though.
This flying stuff's pretty cool, but there's some other really cool stuff in this room. Well, there you have it. With the help of robotics, turns out being lost here might not have to be so scary after all.
It was really nice to meet you. I hope you will put in a good word for me and my friends when you talk to everyone back at the hospital.
I've had so much fun today. This is Miles, signing out.